A quick recap, because it's been a little while. When we started this project, we started with a blank piece of paper and a marker. And we were thinking about something stressful. So if you're restarting today or starting for the first time, you're actually going to think of something stressful. And we began drawing lines across our page to represent the stress. But one of the big rules for this project is your art can't look like anything from the outside world. This is an abstract artwork. The other rule for the lines for the first step was they had to begin on the paper and they had to end off of one of the other sides. So they couldn't end in the middle. So Skylar, you're going to think about something that stresses you, and you're going to draw some lines to represent that stress. But the lines won't actually turn into any pictures. Then the next step, which most of us are still finishing today, is finding those intersections between our lines and kind of rounding them out. And that does two things. It symbolizes taking control of that thing, whatever it is that's stressing you out. And it's also symbolizing rounding out that stress and making it more manageable. And a cool side effect of that is that your brain will slowly switch to the right side, the art making side. And this becomes very repetitive because you might, like me, have like 30 intersections to do. And your brain will just slowly start thinking about art instead of thinking about whatever's stressing you out. And your heart rate will go down, and you'll be able to just relax. So that's where we ended off, and that's where most of you are picking up. So you can go ahead and continue to do that right now with your marker. Round out your intersections. Round them out, and you can color them in if you want. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's however you need to do it is absolutely perfect. Yeah.
How do you fill in the lines like that?
Just a lot of practice. I get a little bit faster the more I do it. So I'm just kind of coloring in. So I'm rounding, David, and I'm coloring, rounding and coloring. So I'm at the intersections, but you can do it however you want. I've seen some people just make circles at the intersections, which is fine too. I tend to just kind of drag mine out a little bit more. Now the next step, which I don't think anybody's ready for just yet, but I have a feeling some of you will be ready for this over the next minute or so. The next step in this process is to add any additional lines or shapes you think your artwork needs. So before we were just kind of going back and forth, making lines, making intersections, but now you can take a break, and I'm going to do a cooking show trick where I flip to a new artwork. Now you can take a break and just look at your art for a minute and decide, what do I need? And if you need a circle, you can get creative, find a cup, find something round at home, and you can trace it and get a circle. If you're at school, maybe you have access to a roll of tape that you can trace. Maybe you have some stencils that you can use. Maybe you need some lines. Maybe you need to add another line, like some place feels a little left out, so you have to add something. You could do that. And then if you would like to, you can start to add stippling, hatching, cross-hatching. And I should put a slide up when I'm done talking for you guys. But we're not adding color yet. We'll think about adding color tomorrow. So right now we're just in black and white. And the third step is adding any additional lines, shapes, hatching, cross-hatching, stippling that you feel like you need in your artwork. You're really, really taking control. But we're still not turning it into anything. This artwork is never going to look like something. It's going to stay abstract. So that's the third step. You add anything else that you think your artwork needs using your black pen still. So today's still a black pen day.